Welcome back, everyone. And today, I decided to come back and do some videos because I thought, why not? Let's do this. So, if you all know, if you're living under a rock, the NHL playoffs are about to start. Sportsnet yesterday released released something yesterday about the Sportsnet people, the people that work at Sportsnet, and their predictions on who will win this year's Stanley Cup and who wins the first round, who is likely to make it out of the first round. So, I thought, why not make a video? So, let's do this. We start off on the bottom left side right there. Tampa, Columbus. Tampa, and by the way, there's 22 people that were asked about their predictions, so 22. Tampa, 100%. Everyone, so all 22 people thought Tampa was going to win the series. Columbus, 0. In 4 games in a sweep, 14% thought Tampa was going to sweep the Blue Jackets. 3 people. 41% thought the Bolts were going to take out the Blue Jackets in 5, which is 9 people. And 41% thought the Bolts would win this in 6, 9 people as well. And in 7, 4% thought Tampa would win it, 1 person. So obviously the common thing about that is obviously the game 5, game 6, they both think it's going to be a 6-game series. And 5 or 6, 41%. Moving on, Boston has 73% of the people thought Boston was going to win the series, so 16 of the 22 people. While Toronto has 27%. 0% thought this was going to be a sweep. No one thought it was going to be a 4-game series. And 4% thought Boston was going to win this in 5, while 0% thought Toronto in 5. 50% thought Boston was going to win this in 6. 11 of the 22 people thought Boston was going to win this in 6 games. Toronto had 9% in 6, 2 people, and both of them had combined for 4 people each. 4 people each, 18% each thought Boston or Toronto was going to win this in 7. 56% of it, 59% total that this series is going to a 6. I thought that was interesting. Washington, Carolina, 96% thought Washington was going to win this series. 96%. While 4% thought Carolina. 9% thought Washington was going to sweep Carolina, so 2 people. 27% thought Washington was going to win this in 5, which was 6 people. 50% thought Washington was going to win this in 6, so 11 people. 9% thought Washington was going to win this in 7, 2 people. And 1 person thought Carolina was going to win this in 7, which was 4%. Surprised Carolina doesn't have more, in my opinion. I think they deserve a little bit more, but 50% says it's going to end in 6. The Islanders and the Penguins, this is the first one that the top seed is not favorable. The Islanders have 27% think the Islanders will win this, 6 of the 22 people, while the Penguins have 73%, which is 16 of the 22. 0% thought this was going to be a sweep. 14% thought the Penguins were going to win this in 5, 3 people. 9% thought the Islanders were going to win this in 6, 2 people. 27% thought the Penguins were going to win this in 6, which was 6 people. 18% thought the Islanders would win this in 7, 4 people. And the 32% thought the Penguins would win this in 7, which was 7 people. So a total of 50% thought this series was going to go to a 7. So that's the East. So the East is, to me, from what Sportsnet people are saying, that the East is just so predictable to think on who's going to win. They're saying that the East is They're saying that the East is predictable, so predictable, because the closest combined is the Islanders, Penguins, and Bruins Leafs series with 73% to 27. That's the closest. One thing I'm surprised is, obviously, like I said, the Islanders, the only top seed in the East, that's not favored to win the series, but that's because they play Pittsburgh. And we all know Pittsburgh, they won 2 cups in a row just recently, so it makes sense. Go on to the West, it's a little bit different. 100% thought Calgary was going to win the series, so 22, everyone thought Calgary, no one thought Colorado. And 1 person thought Calgary was win this in 4%. 55% thought the Flames would win this in 5, so 12 people. 32% thought the Flames would win this in 6, which is 7 people. And 9% thought the Flames would win this in 7, so 2 people. So 55% think this will be a 5-game series for Calgary. San Jose has 27%, so 6 people, while Vegas has 73%, 16 people. Again, no one thought sweep. 9% thought Vegas were going to win this in 5, so 2 of the 22. 9% thought San Jose was winning this in 6, so 2 again. 18% thought Vegas would win this in 6, so 4. And 18% thought San Jose would win this in 7, again 4. 45% thought Vegas would win this in 7, so 10 people. Totaling up to 63% think that will go to a 7-game series. Meanwhile, Nashville, Dallas, 59% think Nashville will win the series. 41% think Dallas will win it. The closest margin yet, and I'm surprised at that. We'll get to that. Again, no one thought sweep. 18% think Nashville wins this in 5, so 4%. 4 people. 4% think Dallas wins this in 5, so 1 person. 36% think Nashville win it in 6, 8 people. 23% think Dallas wins it in 6, 5 people. 9% think Nashville win this in 7, 2 people. 14% think Dallas win this in 7, which is 3 people. Combining, 59% think that Nashville-Dallas will be a 6-game series. Winnipeg, St. Louis. 36% think St. Louis win this series. Winnipeg wins this series, while only 64. Sorry, I just want to make it closer for you. So, while 64% think St. Louis wins the series. 8 for Winnipeg, 14 for St. Louis. 0%, what's more shocking? 0% think this series will go to 4 or 5. So no one thought this would be a sweep or a 5-game series, 6 and above. 14% each, so 3 people each, thought Winnipeg or St. Louis was going to win this in 6. 23% thought Winnipeg was going to win this in 7, so 5 people. While 50%, so 11 of the 22 people think St. Louis wins this in 7. I find that interesting. So out of the West, I'm surprised that Nashville-Dallas is actually the closest. I would think more Winnipeg-St. Louis. Winnipeg-St. Louis, obviously, it's going to look like to be the longest series because 73% think that will be a 7-game series. Nashville-Dallas, obviously the closest. Calgary, Colorado, and Vegas, San Jose. I'm surprised that's more separate. Anyway, we go to the next. Who comes out of the West? Winnipeg, 4%. San Jose, 4%, so 1 people each. St. Louis, 14%, 3 people. Vegas, 36%, so 8 of the 22. While Calgary, the favorite team for them to win the West, 41% with 9 people. In the East, it's simple. Boston, 4%, so 1 person. Tampa Bay, 96%. 21 of the 22 people think Tampa Bay will be going on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And as for the Stanley Cup, all Calgary, Boston, St. Louis, and Winnipeg, all those 4 teams have 1 person saying they're going to win the Cup. 4% each. Tampa has 82%, 18 of the 22. So all in all, I'm not surprised Tampa is the favorite to win the Cup and get to the Finals. What I'm surprised out of all of this is Nashville-Dallas apparently is going to be the closest series because 59-41. Winnipeg St. Louis is going to be the longest series because 73% say it's going to be a 7-game series. But out of the contenders, the West, no Nashville. Really? No one thought Nashville. I thought that was wow. No one thought Washington or Pittsburgh was going to make it out of the East. All Tampa Bay. And for the Cup, Calgary, Boston, St. Louis, Winnipeg get one person thinking they're going to win. And I find that's interesting that Winnipeg only has one person that thinks Winnipeg is going to win the Cup. But Winnipeg was one of the favorite teams to win it at the beginning of the year. I think that's pretty interesting. All in all, it's pretty cool when you look at it, what they think. Let me know what you guys think on what. Do you think they got it wrong? Out of the 22 people, do you think they got it wrong? Or do you agree with what they think? Let me know what you guys think. We'll see you guys in another video.